Welcome everybody, another season, another edition of the Seahawk Basketball Show featuring Takayo, Siddle. I'm your host, Mike Vaccaro. Coming up on this first edition of the season, we'll recap the first two games of the season, an exhibition win against Francis Marion, a hard-fought, tough road setback to Illinois State. We'll also introduce you to one of the new players, a freshman, Jamari Thomas. He's our player profile subject here today. John Smith joins us for that. We'll also look ahead to a very busy schedule coming up toward the rest of the month of November. A lot of games on the road, away from Wilmington, away from Trask Coliseum for UNCW. All that straight ahead. Episode 1 of the Seahawk Basketball Show featuring Takayo, Siddle. It starts right now. Welcome everybody, another season underway here, underway for us as well, the Seahawk Basketball Show featuring Takayo, Siddle. I'm Mike Vaccaro, your host, and he is the coach, Takayo, Siddle. Second year and getting to some normalcy now, Coach, for you. And I know it's a big plus to have these kids during the summertime when you have so many new kids and getting ready for the season. And again, it must feel a little different this year than it did last year.
It does, Mike. You know, we've been able to have a normal spring, normal summer, normal preseason. So it's been good to be able to work with our guys.
And the season now underway. It started with the exhibition game against Francis Marion. We'll take a look at those highlights in a moment. But it must have been nice to get out on the court in front of your home fans. And I know you were doing practice against each other, but to play against an opponent must have been nice last week.
Yeah, Trask was tremendous, like it always is. And it's always fun to play in front of our home crowd. First half was it was good offensively, but I thought we could have played with more energy. And then the second half, we came out, played with more energy, played together, and ended the game well.
Games like this, exhibition, you take on a D2 opponent. I know it's more about you than it is about the opponent. You mentioned the energy there, and I know some other things you really like, the spreading the basketball around, very unselfish play with the assist in this game.
Yeah, we have the ability, Mike, to be a really good offensive team if we share the ball, and I thought we did a really good job in the Francis Marion game of sharing the ball. We had 22 assists on 28 made field goals. Which is great, and we have to continue to share the ball and make the simple, easy play.
These players, so many new ones trying to learn their role. You're trying to find their role as well and find the combinations that work. Is that kind of a plus that comes away from an exhibition win?
It is, but I think it's going to take time. I think it'll start to shape a little bit more as we go through the non-conference, but I think it'll take some time. It definitely helped getting in the exhibition game and seeing some different lineups. So, like I said, it'll take some time.
Well, again, a chance to take a look at this team for the first time for us. It happened last week inside Trask Coliseum. UNCW and Francis Marion exhibition game. Let's take a look now at our Reed's Jewelers highlights.
Phillips angles it left, driving it, splitting two defenders. Shot is up and in, and we saw a lot of that his freshman season. Jump pass all the way to the corner, finds Sims, feet set, three, rattles home for Jalen Sims. Still now it is Baker. Out ahead to Okaru. Okaru will slam it home with two hands. Each to Phillips. Quick pass to Sims. Open for the three, and he knocks it in once again. Sims near sideline, bumped by Jones the entire way. He gives to White. White's three is good for Trizarian White. Drives in, steps through, drops to Baker, kicks it out to Okaru. Now to Ford's. Ford's three rattles in. Boy, he gets rewarded for the defense that led to that turnover. Looks out front to Sims, straight on three for Sims is all net. Kind of a little quiet here recently, but Sims now up to 15 points. Ahead to Okaru. Okaru leaves it for Thomas. Thomas off the glass with the left hand and connects. To drive Phillips all the way to the basket and banks it in. Go down, pops out. Kelly battling Sims, a rebound and push ahead. Okaru on the break, dunks it through. Again, UNCW, unselfish play, looking up, finding the open cutter down the floor, and he sets a screen. Skips in your sideline of White. White's three is all net. Trizarian White, his first points in the second half. For UNCW, their largest advantage has been 33. Oh, nice pass inside. Thomas to McGriff. Better dribble dribble, drives with the left hand, hangs it, banks it in. Jamari Thomas. Thomas will drive, right side. Morrissey three, bounces around, it goes through for Logan Morrissey. Defended by Cox, drives it right, flips it over his shoulder to McGriff, and McGriff will do the rest as he banks it in.
Well, you see there on our Adams Beverage stats board, 101-72 your final score. UNCW impressive win against Francis Marion. Coach, again, the offense is there. I know afterwards you thought the defense needed to pick things up a little bit, so it's nice to win a game and from a coaching standpoint still have something that this team needs to improve upon and get better going into the season.
Yeah, and that'll be something that we talk about, you know, all throughout the season, is getting better from day to day, from game to game. And defensively, I thought we were a little loose in our press and our traps. In the half court, I thought we got blown by a little too much, and our team defense wasn't there to help. But I think from that game to the next game, I thought we grew a little bit.
4 guys in double figures here in this game, 19 for Jalen Sims, 16 for Okaru, Shaquem Phillips with 11, and off the bench, Trezarian White. You know, last year you didn't have much of a bench. Now you have a bench, and to have those kind of points, a nice game for White.
Yeah, he played well. Like I tell everybody, he is talented. One of the most talented guys that we have on our team. Can really score the basketball. But I think, set that aside, his energy on the offensive glass and getting out in passing lanes and making things happen, he can score from a variety of different ways, and it starts with his defense.
And you look at the shots, as you guys shot 50%, but again, a lot of that was because of the unselfish play, that extra pass that led to a really good look at the basket. I mean, again, that's a big plus when you have all these new guys to have them play so unselfishly, I'm sure.
It is, and we have to continue to improve on it. You know, we'll watch film here soon and talk about it again. But I thought that we shared the ball really well, and multiple guys were in double figures, and that has to be something that we hang our hat on.
Yeah, when you're assisting on almost 79% of your made shots, it's a big number right there for UNCW as they get a big win in the exhibition game against Francis Marion. We'll take our first break here. When we get back, we'll talk about the regular season on the road. Seahawks on the road a lot this month of November. They started on the road against Illinois State. We'll talk about that matchup coming up next. Stay with us.
The holiday season has arrived, and so has the Get Holiday Ready sales event at your Ford dealer. Inventory is arriving daily, so it's the best time to get a Ford F-Series. With all this power and technology, it's no wonder Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks for 44 years straight. It's time to get holiday ready with Ford. Now get a 2021 F-150 with 0% financing for 60 months plus $500 retail bonus cash. Get holiday ready only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
This is Mountain Dew. A rush of crisp and refreshing flavor. Delivering a bold citrus kick. Do the Dew.
The Bud Light logo makes people think our seltzer is a beer, so we recruited retired NFL player Nick Mangold to block it out.
Twice this year?
My mom was
So jealous. Oh, it's a hard seltzer.
Just here to do my job. And he said, I think Melanie is the one.
Oh, it's going in. Why are you here?
Great speech.
Bud Light Seltzer. No beer, just great taste.
There is something indescribably special about this place. The way it looks, the way it feels, the way we care for one another and our community. The University of North Carolina Wilmington is like no other. Your journey starts here. We invite you to discover what makes UNCW like no other.
Welcome back, everybody. UNCW on the road for the first time this season as they took on Illinois State in Normal, Illinois on Tuesday night out of the Missouri Valley Conference. Coach, the Redbirds, like you, they had some transfers, some new players. Your thoughts going into that matchup and what you thought it was going to take to get a road victory on Tuesday night?
Well, I thought it was going to take a total team effort, us sharing the basketball on offense and imposing our will in transition offense and with our speed. on the defensive end, I thought it was important that we get back in transition and locate their guards and keep them in check in the half court. And they shook loose a little bit, and Reeves got hot, and he really impacted the game.
But before that, the defense, that was outstanding. You hold them to 25% shooting in the first half. You had a 15-point lead at one point in this game, but they started to make some adjustments. What happened? What turned in that game right before halftime, really, it seemed like, is when that took place?
Yeah, I thought some bad shots that we took led to some runouts, and they capitalized on it. I thought some careless mistakes, careless turnovers led to some easy baskets for them. They turned them into points, or they got to the foul line. So I thought the momentum kind of shifted at the back end of the first half, and they took it over to the second half, and we never could fully recover from it.
Yeah, tight down until the very end of this game, and I thought they had a chance, Illinois State, to maybe run away with it a little bit at the end, but you guys hung in there and you headed to a possession or two down the stretch. It has to be nice to see these kids fight to the very end here on the road.
Yeah, and with this new group, Mike, teaching them how to win. And that was one of those moments that, obviously I would love to learn from a win versus a loss, but, it's something that we can go back and watch film with them and work on it today in practice and get better at it. And next time it comes up, then we'll respond the right way.
So again, UNCW on the road, a tough setback for them, but an interesting game for UNCW at Illinois State. Let's take a look now at our Reed's Jewelers highlights. Well, a tough setback for UNCW, 68-63 the final score. As you take a look at our Adams Beverage stat board there. And Coach, so many numbers were even in this game. Maybe the difference was they got to the free throw line a little bit more than you did. And you kind of know that's going to happen when you're on the road. But again, looking at a lot of the numbers, very even game.
Very even game. I thought it was, a game where nobody really played as well as they wanted to. I talked to the coach after, and it was just it was a kind of a sloppy game. It was a grinded out game, and we have to be able to win every type of game, but I thought some crucial mistakes down the stretch really cost us because it led to a couple threes, and it just broke our back, and we couldn't recover from it.
4 in double figures once again for UNCW here in Shaquem Phillips. Boy, really good first half, then he gets into foul trouble, and I think that's when things started changing a little bit as well. You need him on the floor right now.
We do. Our team doesn't run as smooth when he's not on the court. So him getting in that early foul trouble kind of messed the rhythm up. We were able to kind of, still have a lead going into halftime, but having him on the court is important for us, and we need to make sure we keep him out of foul trouble as much as possible.
Talked about the assists in the exhibition game. I know there weren't quite as many in this game, and you want to see that improve because there were some opportunities if they pass the ball a little bit, maybe to have some easier shots in this game.
Yeah, we have to share the ball better. I thought guys were trying to play hero ball and play one-on-one ball, and that's not who we are or what we want to be about. We have multiple guys that can score the basketball. We have to be able to make the simple, easy basketball play while being aggressive, and that'll be something that we hit on leading into our next game.
All right, so again, UNCW 0-1 on the young season. Tough setback on the road at Illinois State. We'll take another break here. When we get back, Jamari Thomas, he's our subject in our player profile. Stay with us. That's straight ahead.
Even though we can't have everyone gathered, we found new ways to make each occasion special. We're keeping your gifting experience both safe and personal through Reads.com, answering all your questions and guiding you to the perfect present, just like we have for over 70 years. Family always finds a way to celebrate life's moments together, no matter what. You won't just shop with confidence at Reed's Jewelers and Reads.com. You'll feel like family.
Want a killer spread without the hassle? Walk-On's Family and Friends bundles are available to go. Pick your favorite starter, side, and entree, and feed your crew. Order online or in the app. Want a killer spread without the hassle? Walk-On's Family and Friends bundles are available to go. Pick your favorite starter, side, and entree, and feed your crew. Order online or in the app.
It doesn't matter which side of which bridge you spend most of your time on, many of these Hyundais have most likely turned your head, probably more than once. Experience the Parkway difference at Wilmington's exclusive Hyundai dealer with complimentary maintenance and a lifetime warranty on every new Hyundai, every day. Get the market's most competitive offers on top-selling Hyundais. Elevate your commute while turning heads in an all-new Hyundai from Parkway Hyundai.
Made from scratch biscuits and hand-breaded chicken, that's a breakfast no-brainer. But adding hot honey to the mix, you'll never hit snooze again. The new hot honey hand-breaded chicken biscuit at Hardee's. Get it before it's gone. Feed your happy. Honey just got its own stinger. Sweet heat drizzled over hand-breaded chicken, crispy bacon, and melty Swiss. This honey has some bite. The new hot honey hand-breaded chicken sandwich at Hardee's. Feed your happy.
Welcome back, everybody. Each week we want to introduce you to the Seahawk players, so many of them that are new to this program, only 4 holdovers, but one of the new ones here is a freshman, Jamari Thomas. Coach, I know this is a big get for you guys. Right now he's the backup point guard to Shaquem Phillips, but boy, you look at that body type and you look at him, he's got certainly a big upside for UNCW.
He does. You know, when we recruited him, we knew that he was tough. We knew that he was going to compete. We knew that he was a winner. He had won 2 state championships in high school. And, you know, we've been seeing a lot of that out on the court. Now, the thing is, it's tough for freshmen, especially when you're competing against a guy like Shaquem Phillips every day. But coming in and doing your job and doing it the right way every single time has been a challenge for him and all of our freshmen. And we knew that. So he's got some growing pains to go through. We're coaching him through it, teaching him. He's embracing it, and his basketball is ahead of him.
And I know from a freshman standpoint, defense usually is a little bit behind the offense. That's what you're trying to get him to kind of buy into right now. And again, with his body type, I think he's going to be special when he gets kind of that part of his game going.
Yeah, and it's not so much the on-ball defense. It's off the ball, just having a focus and being in the right place and fighting through screens and getting into your pick-and-roll coverage consistently. He does it, but he doesn't do it consistent enough. So that's something that we're working on with him, and he'll be really special for us one day.
You mentioned winning championships. I know that was kind of a key as you were finding all these kids to come in, trying to find guys that were coming from winning programs, whether it be transfers or high school. That's a big plus to have that on their resume, I'm sure.
It is, because you don't have to teach the competitiveness. You don't have to kind of teach the winning stuff off the court either. And, you know, the competing out there on the court when we get in practice and playing to win, all of those things. When you have a kid that's won a state championship or multiple state championships, you don't really have to coach that in practice.
Well, once again, it is John Smits joining us this season to give us our player profiles, and here is our Parkway player profile on the freshman Jamari Thomas.
Thanks a lot, Mike. Joined here by UNCW freshman guard Jamari Thomas. Jamari, you were familiar with this program as a senior up in the Greensboro area, playing at the Burlington School. What was the reason for coming down here?
Me just trusting the UNCW coaching staff, knowing they have a lot of wins under their belt, knowing they know how to get me to the next level.
For people that may not know what your game is like, you were incredibly successful in your time in high school. Talk about that game and how has it transitioned here into the college ranks where it can be difficult?
Yeah, for sure. I'm an athletic guard. that sees the floor, that, you know, gets his teammates involved, love making my teammates better. So how it translates here, me just coming off of screens and making the right plays for my teammates and myself. So yeah, that's just how it's been translating to the college level.
You said an athletic guard. I think sometimes people may be surprised when you attack the rim. You're not just looking for that layup.
Oh, nah. I'm trying to dunk it.
What have practices been like? You know, for a guard that likes to score, Coach Siddle has always been a person that's preached play defense, and then you can have whatever shot you want offense. How has that been going?
Good, really. We get freedom on the offensive side, but, you know, we got to sit down on the defense side. So when on offense, you know, they're in the gap, so it make it a little bit harder for me to, you know, score and stuff like that. But, you know, I'm just falling in love with the process, making the right plays, making the right basketball plays, and yep, things like that.
Transition of being the leader for a high school team to now being a freshman on a college team. Is it difficult, or are you trying to become a leader yourself?
I'm a point guard, so, you know, I have to become a leader. So, yeah, I've been working on my talking habits and just talking a lot in practice and clapping and cheering my teammates on, you know, just being a leader that I can be.
This team has come together quick, and you know, there's something played here other than just basketball, a lot of ping pong, table tennis. Where do you rank amongst this team?
I feel like I'm at the number 2 spot. I give Logan the 1st spot, Sims the 3rd, Kamari the 4th. I don't know about the 5th spot. It's a toss-up between Harv and Shah.
How cool is it that you guys have that you guys, you know, can go out and battle on the basketball court and then have something else to compete against and just have fun?
Yeah, for sure. You know, that's really how, over the summer, that's what we did, bring the chemistry together, become a team. Honestly, ping pong, you know, it's low-key, it could be challenging, but it's, you know, you got to work at it to be good at it. So, you know, it's just fun to play with the guys.
Being a North Carolina product, how much pride is it being here in a North Carolina school and representing it with as much talent as there is across the state?
Yeah, for sure. It was big for me to come to an in-state school, just knowing I'm close to home. And, you know, North Carolina, they call it the hoop state, so we got to back it up.
That's our conversation with UNCW guard Jamari Thomas. We'll be right back.
The holiday season has arrived, and so has the Get Holiday Ready sales event at your Ford dealer. Inventory is arriving daily, so it's the best time to get a Ford F-Series. With all this power and technology, it's no wonder Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks for 44 years straight. It's time to get holiday ready with Ford. Now get a 2021 F-150 with 0% financing for 60 months plus $500 retail bonus cash. Get holiday ready only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
This is Mountain Dew. A rush of crisp and refreshing flavor. Delivering a bold citrus kick. Do the do.
Oh, Bud Light Seltzer Retro tie-dyes?
Have you tried these yet?
I'm sorry, ladies. It's my roommate, Emmerich.
Emmerich. Is that Irish?
Bud Light Seltzer Retro tie-dye. The loudest flavors ever.
There is something indescribably special about this place. The way it looks, the way it feels, the way we care for one another and our community. The University of North Carolina, Wilmington is like no other. Your journey starts here. We invite you to discover what makes UNCW like no other.
Welcome back, everybody. Time now for the Pepsi Play of the Week. We rewind to the Francis Marion exhibition game. Plenty of great offense, plenty of unselfish play. Here's one of those key plays, an assist leading to some easy points for UNCW, our Pepsi Play of the Week.
pass inside. Thomas to McGriff. GW the largest advantage of 33. Oh, nice pass inside. Thomas to McGriff.
Once again, our Pepsi Play of the Week, one of those 22 assists for UNCW in the exhibition win against Francis Marion. That brings us now to our Carolina Ford Dealers Player of the Week, and nice to see production off the bench here. Trazarian White in 2 games, coach in the exhibition game and against Illinois State in double figures both times. As you said, he's certainly gives you a spark off the bench, and his athleticism showed through here in these 2 games.
Yeah, you know, Trey's tremendous on both ends of the floor. Obviously, defensively, he has to continue to grow, but his energy and effort on the glass and getting out in passing lanes is something that we need. He's an unbelievable scorer, really talented on that end of the floor, but we need his energy and effort. And you know, in those 2 games, he was great.
Yeah, you look at his numbers for the week: averaged 12.5 points, 4.5 rebounds, shot 55%. 50% from 3 as well. And you said, getting in the passing lanes, he did that a couple of times on the road at Illinois State, had a breakaway dunk or 2 in that game as well. Those deflections, I know you chart them, 40 is your key. I'm sure he's going to have maybe 5 or so each game himself.
Yeah, no, if you think back to the Francis Marion game, he got the toughness chain. Trazarian got the toughness chain, and he had 5 deflections in that game. And that's something that he'll have to continue to do. That's part of who we are, and he's embracing it. He's doing a really good job right now.
So again, the toughness chain and the Carolina Ford Dealers Player of the Week. Trazarian White, new member of the UNCW roster this season. We'll take our final break. On the other side, we'll look ahead. Very busy month of November. A lot of games coming up on the road, but one at home coming up here this week. We'll talk about that coming up next.
Okay. She's the one, and you know it. At Reeds.com, we're making it easy to find the perfect ring from home. With helpful advice from our online jewelry experts, safe and discreet shipping, and beautiful ring packaging, you'll be confident the moment will be as perfect for her as she is for you. As a trusted jeweler for over 70 years, Reeds Jewelers will be here to make both of you feel like family. Long after she says yes.
Want a killer spread without the hassle? Walk-On's Family and Friends bundles are available to go. Pick your favorite starter, side, and entree, and feed your crew. Order online or in the app. Want a killer spread without the hassle? Walk-On's Family and Friends bundles are available to go. Pick your favorite starter, side, and entree, and feed your crew. Order online or in the app.
It doesn't matter which side of which bridge you spend most of your time on, many of these Hyundais have most likely turned your head, probably more than once. Experience the Parkway difference at Wilmington's exclusive Hyundai dealer with complimentary maintenance and a lifetime warranty on every new Hyundai, every day. Get the market's most competitive offers on top-selling Hyundais. Elevate your commute while turning heads in an all-new Hyundai from Parkway Hyundai.
Made from scratch biscuits and hand-breaded chicken, that's a breakfast no-brainer. But adding hot honey to the mix, you'll never hit snooze again. The new Hot Honey hand-breaded chicken biscuit at Hardee's. Get it before it's gone. Feed your happy. Honey just got its own stinger. Sweet heat drizzled over hand-breaded chicken, crispy bacon, and melty Swiss. This honey has some bite. The new Hot Honey hand-breaded chicken sandwich at Hardee's. Feed your happy.
Back to wrap things up here this week, our first show. We're not going to have a show for a couple of weeks because of a lot of travel coming up, but before that, it's going to be a home game for UNCW Friday night, Military Appreciation Night here inside Trask Coliseum. The Seahawks and the Guilford Quakers coming up as we take a look at our walk-ons. What's coming up, Coach? And let's start with Guilford here, an opponent coming in here and a chance for you guys to make those improvements and adjustments going from that road loss coming back home against the Quakers.
Yeah, we'll watch film and then go out today and practice and try to get better at some things that we've seen on film that we need to work on. And get ready to play a really good Guilford team. You know, they play tonight, they play Methodist, and you know, we'll get to watch that game, so we'll have a couple game tapes on them. You know, a small group, scrappy, fast, so they'll present some challenges for us, and we'll be able to work on a lot of things.
Yeah, Guilford, a historic program through the years, an IA championship back in the 1970s. Emil Carr was on that team, but a little different team this year coming in here. After this one at home, Coach, it's on the road for quite a spell here coming up in the month of November. You're on the road when you look at it. 6 of your 8 games in November are either on the road or neutral side, including Pittsburgh coming up, including the trip to Montana as well. In general terms, what were you looking to get out of your non-conference schedule, and especially with all the travel here?
I wasn't necessarily looking to be traveling this much, but that's just kind of how it panned out. But I think it's good for this group. You know, we'll learn a lot about ourselves. You know, it'll be a lot of, you know, chances for us to test our toughness out. They say good teams, they can win on the road. Tough teams win on the road. So I'm looking forward to building our toughness and seeing where we are. I think when we come out of this stretch, we'll know a lot about our team. Our rotations will start to shrink a little bit, and you know, our identity will start to form a little bit more.
Yeah, so just a couple of games at home. UNCW back home on November 18th against Coastal Carolina. Then it's right back on the road. So a lot of games coming up here in this month. Very busy month of November for UNCW, and we'll have some of those highlights, most of those highlights coming up on our next show. So, Coach, it's been a couple of weeks here until we're talking again. We wish you the best of luck here with these games on the road and the ones at home, including Guilford.
Thank you, Mike.
He's Takayo Siddle, Jeremy Sullivan behind the scenes, our director, producer as well. I'm Mike Vaccaro. Thanks for joining us. First episode in the books. We'll see you next time for another edition of Seahawk Basketball Show featuring Takayo Siddle.